Hi everyone, Adam here. Time for another Tales from the Darkside series review, and today's episode is Mookie and Pookie. And this episode stars Justine Bateman, who's best known as Mallory on the classic sitcom Family Ties. Also stars Tippi Hedren, of course, from Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. And also stars George Sims and Ron Asher. And this one's directed by Timnah Rainan, who directed Knots Landing. And the original US air date was the 4th of November 1984. And the plot mainly focuses on twin brother and sister Susie Pookie Anderson and Kevin Mookie Anderson. They give each other nicknames, like Susan's Pookie, Kevin's Mookie, which is actually kind of fun to say. But unfortunately, Kevin is terminally ill. And he has made a promise to his sister Susan that when he does pass, that she'll finish off some programming he left for her to do, even though she's not a computer expert. But when she starts using the computer, she starts neglecting her family and her friends, and her parents don't know what to do about it, with her father threatening to take the computer away. When a package turns up at the house mysteriously, and their mother Ruth wants to know what's in it, opens it up, it's a voice synthesizer, or an 80s version of one, which means it's like this big. So when they put this in, out comes Kevin's voice. His mother hears this, so she's a believer as well. The father is still skeptical, even though he's heard the voice. He just thinks it's a program. And when he does actually go to sell the computer, Kevin is able to show Susan that he plans on selling it, which means he'll no longer be with his sister or his family. But when the dad threatens to unplug the computer, Kevin's voice emerges and says, "Stop, Dad," which makes him a believer as well. And then the episode finishes with them all playing Scrabble, with Kevin using the computer screen. Well, that is a plot for Mookie and Pookie. I gotta say, it's a so-so episode. To me, it doesn't really feel like a Darkside episode. Or it might have been suited to more like Amazing Stories, this episode. Because there's not really any horror element to it. Although I did think the performances were quite good. Justine Bateman playing a character somewhat different to Mallory on Family Ties. And Tippi Hedren was good as the loving mother, who actually ends up believing. It's not an awful episode, it's not great, but it does just seem out of place. But of course, with an anthology series, you're going to have, usually a couple of different genres. But it is always fun watching like an 80s TV show or movie and what was considered high-tech computers back then. Yeah, so I'm going to score this, I'll give it 5 out of 10. This isn't a great episode, but not awful. Watchable and decent performances. But as an episode, just out of place for Tales from the Darkside, I thought. And that's going to do it for this review of Tales from the Darkside, Mookie and Pookie. If you have seen this, you remember it, let us know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.